especially when we are in front of so many people. It's such a public thing, and it's hard for the both of us. But she's a great woman. I love her to this.
It started the way all great digital conspiracies do, quietly. A surprise album drop. No fanfare. No interviews. Just one word, swag, posted on Justin Bieber's socials with a link. And boom. Within minutes, the album was everywhere. Spotify crashed, okay, almost. Twitter turned into a detective agency, and fans? They weren't just listening to the music. They were analyzing, obsessing, connecting dots like they were auditioning for True Detective, Belieber Edition. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't just the music. It was the message. Or better yet, the shade. Or was it a love letter? Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. What followed wasn't just a reaction. It was a collective zoom in. Because here's the thing, this wasn't just an album drop. It was a moment. And moments like this, they don't happen by accident. So buckle up, because we're diving deep, like 13,000 words deep, into what really went down when Justin hit drop on Swag, why the internet spiraled into decoding mode, and whether this was simply musical coincidence or a silent, strategic statement. Ready? Let's zoom in. Let's set the scene. It's a regular Tuesday morning. People are minding their business, sipping their oat milk lattes, pretending to be productive on Zoom calls. And then, boom, Swag drops. No teasers. No leaks. Just an Apple Music notification and a cryptic tweet. Typical Bieber style. But this one hit different. The artwork was minimal. Bleak. Almost melancholy. A far cry from the bright, punchy visuals we've come to expect from the Prince of Pop. Swag wasn't just dropped, it was deployed. So why did this feel so familiar? Because fans noticed something. The cover? A muted color palette. The pose? Solitary. Vulnerable. The font? Strikingly similar to the cover of I Said I Love You First, the duet album dropped just 4 months earlier by, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. Coincidence? Maybe. Calculated? Oh, absolutely maybe. But one thing's for sure, the internet was not about to let this slide. What happens when fans think their favorite artist is pulling an emotional chess move? Psychologists. Conspiracy theorists. And that's exactly what happened. But let's rewind a bit. Because to understand why people reacted this way, we need to understand what they saw and what they remembered. Imagine you walk into an art gallery. 2 canvases. One by Selena and Benny, one by Justin. You squint. Lean in. And then, wait a minute, you start to notice the similarities. Both albums feature grayscale tones. Both artists are solo on their covers, looking away from the camera. The typography? Practically cousins. The mood? Emotional. Introspective. Sad romantic but make it aesthetic. Now, if this were just any artist, maybe the internet would have shrugged. But this is Justin and Selena we're talking about. The pair that made Jelena the defining celebrity romance of a generation. So naturally, fans pulled out their digital magnifying glasses. Why does Swag look like the sad boy version of Selena's cover? One user tweeted. Justin knew what he was doing. This isn't just an album, it's a statement, another wrote. And the theories started pouring in. But were they reading too much into it? Or was Justin quietly sending a message? Hold that thought, we're just getting started. If there's one thing Justin's good at besides, pop stardom, it's silence that speaks louder than words. Think about it. He's made a career of letting visuals and timing do the talking. Remember Changes? The vulnerability. The stripped-down sound. Or Journals. The rawness. The unfiltered emotion. So when fans say Swag feels like a statement, they're not wrong to wonder. Because in an industry where every Instagram post is curated, every color chosen with intent, and every surprise drop meticulously scheduled, nothing is just because. And Swag dropping right before rumors of Selena and Benny's wedding invites started swirling? Come on. That's like texting your ex a photo of you holding their favorite stuffed animal by accident. Strategic? Maybe. Savage? Also maybe. But was this really Justin playing 4D emotional chess? Or is the internet just emotionally attached and very, very online? Let's dig deeper. You know those TikToks where someone's like, this picture proves that Taylor and Harry are secretly living on Mars? Yeah, fans of Jelena are like that, but with receipts. And with swag, they were quick to point out, track 3 sounds eerily like a response to Selena's solo on I Said I Love You First. The lyrics still dream of pink skies and old perfume might reference a now-deleted IG post Selena made in 2018. The bridge of track 7 ends with First I said I'm sorry, now I'm just silent, a reverse echo of Selena's lyrics, I stayed quiet when I should have screamed. Coincidence? Again, maybe. But the emotional breadcrumbs? Real. And fans? They're not just listening to music. They're listening for meaning. Why? Because the Jelena narrative isn't just about two celebrities. It's a mirror. A metaphor. For first loves. For heartbreak. For the what-ifs we all carry. So when Justin releases a moody album that feels like a longing sigh into a microphone, people feel that. Personally. But could this just be good marketing? Or is Justin actually hurting? Let's talk emotions. Here's where it gets juicy. Because swag isn't exactly what the name suggests. It's not cocky or clubby or brash. It's soft, stripped, vulnerable. There's acoustic guitar. There are voice memos. There's even a voicemail from Justin's mom at the end of track 10 that sounds like a breakup pep talk. This isn't swag in the TikTok flex sense. It's swag as in, I miss you, but I'm pretending I don't. And the juxtaposition? Brilliant. But also painful. Especially when you remember that just a year ago, Justin was making headlines for appearing distant in public with wife Hailey. The timing, the tone, the title. It all just feels like a personal essay disguised as an album. Could swag be Justin's way of saying what he won't say out loud? Because if music is the language of the soul, this album sounds like a whisper to someone who isn't listening anymore. Or maybe they are. Meanwhile, across the internet aisle, Selena and Benny are thriving. They're cozy on socials, baking, singing, sharing inside jokes and captions like, he said I said it first face-blowing kiss. Fans are eating it up. But let's not pretend Selena doesn't know what she's doing either. Her album with Benny was soft, but pointed. Lyrics like, love didn't wait for you to wake up, and he says less, but here's more, had fans raising their eyebrows like they were auditioning for The Rock. And now, with whispers of wedding bells in the air, Selena hasn't addressed Justin at all. Which makes her silence louder. Because while Justin's music is quietly unraveling emotional threads, Selena is tying them into bows on Instagram stories. So who's really sending messages here? Let's break it down. Okay, let's step back. Could this all be coincidence? Sure. Artists draw from the same emotional palette. Album covers follow trends. Fonts can look similar. But when you zoom out the colors, the timing, the themes, the lyrics, the energy, it all feels intentional. And in pop culture, perception is reality. Justin doesn't have to say, this album is about Selena. The internet will fill in the blanks. And honestly, that might be the point. Because in an age where narratives are currency, this isn't just an album. It's engagement bait. And we're all biting. Let's revisit the question that sparked it all. Is swag Justin's way of throwing shade? Or is it a quiet love letter to a chapter he never fully closed? It could be both. Because love and loss aren't always clean. Sometimes they blur into art. Into subtle gestures. Into grayscale album covers and voicemails at the end of a track. And when your ex is releasing soft duets with her new love, you might not pick up the phone, but you might pick up a guitar. And maybe, just maybe, you drop an album. Whether your team, this was calculated AF, or y'all are reading too much into it, one thing is clear, swag got people talking. And that's the magic of music, right? It invites conversation. It invites interpretation. It invites connection. So no, we might never get a tweet from Justin confirming our theories. And Selena's probably not going to do a genius breakdown. But that's okay. Because music doesn't always need answers. Sometimes it just needs listeners. And fans? Y'all are listening very closely. Coincidence or calculated? Drop your theory in the comments. Are you reading this with one eyebrow raised? Share this with your friend who still has Jelena playlist saved. Because whether it's a love letter, a flex, or a post-breakup spiral set to melody swag proves one thing. Even silence can be loud.